Good morning and good evening, everyone. Tonight, I'll begin by reading Shokshu number 19, Willpower. The focused willpower penetrates even stone. This naturally arising state of mind silences even the storm and thunder. Where does this state of mind come from? The person who accomplishes important tasks understands this power from experience. When we calm the waves of our mind, from molecules to atoms to electrons, we experience our great willpower, which is universal willpower. What Toysensei calls meditation is kino ishio, which means practicing willpower. I had a request sent to me from the last class, and the question is, well, it says, obviously being led in meditation in a group setting is very beneficial. I had thought, I'm sitting on my own, I should be all right. But after sitting with you in the group, I thought, was I really sitting? That's my question. What are the benefits of being led in meditation? Obviously, it will help our overall sitting alone experience. Could you elaborate on that? Please consider this and notice what's happening tonight while we're breathing and sitting together. And we'll discuss a little bit after. We'll begin with deep breathing. Okay, so the benefits of group meditation. So people have told me several things over the years. Everyone considers that when we share something together, it's always better. We love to get together in groups. There's a power of people being together. Of course, if you're actually seeing the people physically there, that can be very, very beneficial. So great meaning, great value added with group meditation. Of course, this is Zoom, so you might say you have the best of both worlds. I feel like it's better when we sit in a dojo together, but a couple of things is you have to drive down to the dojo, and then you have to sit there for a while, and then drive yourself back home again. That's an issue, right? And also, what's the other thing I was thinking of? When we're on Zoom, I see some of you in your pajamas or in nice easy clothes, let's say. The kind of t-shirt I see, this is what I sleep in. So that t-shirt is very comfortable, I'm sure. And nothing wrong with that. Please don't take that as a criticism. You can dress however you want. I only put this samugi on because I'm the teacher, so I feel it's appropriate. But please feel free to dress however you want. And that's one of the benefits, see? That's why I say maybe you don't have to drive and you get to sit in your own living room, right? But at the same time, we're all together here so that you are developing a habit that you wouldn't be developing if you were only sitting alone, right? Because you're kind of trapped here. You can't just walk out of the dojo any more than you can just turn off your computer and walk away, because I would notice, others would notice, right? So we actually stay, we have a little bit of public pressure to stay and follow the teaching, follow the leader, whoever the leader is in group meditation. But I think those are two things. I mean, one other thing I thought of was, so particularly in this kind of situation, there's always a possibility of feedback. If you have some difficulty with your training, with your meditation or your key breathing, you can ask me. You can ask about it. Or even if you are too shy to ask, as evidently most of you are, then you hear one of the more advanced students talking about it with me, right? And then so you get to have you get feedback there, you get some information, you get some understanding of how other people sit and what it means to them and what the value is for them. So those are my my views of it. Does anybody have a question about this subject? Or I'm sure you want to make a comment. Do you want me to just ask you, just call on someone? Probably you do. So let's start with one of our favorites, Olaf Schubert. Could you please enlighten us with your great experience? We'd like to hear what you have to say about the benefits of group meditation.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, especially during those times now, I like this group practice that we have. As we get to sit together much more often than we would normally in this, do it over the year. Just last night, I talked to my students. Due to this Corona situation, I see you more often than ever. So it's kind of beneficial, yes. And also concerning meditation where you talk, so which is usual in this group setting, the meditation is talking over the meditation. This might help if your mind is really jagged, and so it might help to come back and to be more calm. And at the same time, my experience also is, on the other hand, if I'm calm and then there's talking over it, it could be a distraction, or I could just include it. And it can still deepen, and it doesn't have to be a distraction. So it's kind of very interesting.
Yeah, you know, one other thing about this is the level, that reminds me of what you're saying, the level of development is very different of all the people involved. Some have been meditating for 40 years or more, and some are just maybe getting started 3 or 4 or 5 years. So, and maybe some even less than that. So the opportunity to sit with very experienced meditators is also a great benefit of being together in a group. Lynn Curtis, I hear you, someone told me you had your hand up. Would you like to say something, please?
Yes. Well, I really appreciate the opportunity, excuse me, to sit with our international students. I think this has been really, really enriching. And even though, you know, there's very little interaction, maybe in a normal way, I think it's been uh, like I said, very enriching. And then I also feel like, excuse me, you, in the process of sitting, doing the breathing and then, the different methods of sitting, you, you, your experience, expands, and maybe you settle, and you're a little more open when we do come together and different people share, or you share something, which I think is really valuable. It's communicating on a completely different levels
Yeah.
that you're open to.
Yeah, I think that I agree, and I didn't say that either. But the international, the ability to see and be together. This is this is original. I mean, we've never had this kind of experience. We've been together for 2 months now, 3 times a week for most of us. And someone else said, I think. Monday night was Tracy Reasoner Sensei's hour. How much they valued that. Some international students I don't even know, or I do know now, but I didn't know before. So this is really wonderful. So anytime we get together and become a part of something bigger than our individual selves, I think this is great value for us. We need to really, appreciate this, I think, the opportunity. And so soon, I think, I just got an email from Sachiko Tohei in Japan this week. And she just happened to mention, by the way, we're opening our dojos now. No, I don't think she was trying to encourage me to do that. She was just letting me know that they were, getting to it. And I think it won't be too long, and we'll be opening our dojos again in some sort of way. And maybe in your countries, you either already have or you will be. But I don't think this opportunity should come to an end. If you have an opinion about that, please let me know. You could write to me or you can say something right now, but I think that we need to keep doing this in some way. I'm not sure how it should be, but if you have some opinion about that, please let me know. If you have a preference to the kinds of classes we do. Of course, Wednesday and Sunday are very much the same, and Friday is a little bit different. But please let me know, because I'm going to be having to make this decision sometime soon. And frankly, I don't want to let all of you go. I've become attached to you now. And I don't, even my students from Hawaii, that I will only get to see them, 3 or 4 times a year. So, here's Lily and Paiva sitting here. We don't get to see each other so often, but I see her 3 times a week. That's really wonderful. Anybody else would like to say something? Please feel free. You don't have to raise your hand. Just
Hi, it's Phoenix. I just want to say that I hope it goes on. The experience of getting to train with you regularly and with all the people on the phone is having a huge impact on me. And I couldn't come at a better time during this time. So I'm very grateful, and I can't wait for it to keep going.
Glad to hear that. And may I add that, may I encourage you to attend the Tracy Reasoner Hour on Monday night at 6 o'clock, because he's great, I have to say. John gives me his Monday night class. I don't attend the class because that wouldn't be appropriate for me to sit. I might have to say something. So I prohibit myself from watching it, but I do watch it Tuesday morning or Tuesday afternoon as soon as I get a chance. And it's excellent. This last Monday the subject was a beginner's mind. And there's no more important subject for us to cover. In fact, I just did not long ago, right? And I think I probably will again because I was so inspired by what all of you said, not just Tracy, but Olaf and Carlos and many others, Toby Vogels, all had something to say. I didn't mean to leave someone out there. I know more than that spoke. But this was fascinating to me to listen to you express what it was like for you. So I get feedback too, in that way. Now, I want to encourage you, if I know everybody's busy, but if you have time, the inclination on Monday night, that's a good experience to be with Tracy. You'll be delighted, I promise you. Okay, so we're out of time.
Sensei, Prakash had his hand raised.
Pardon? Prakash? Please say something, Prakash.
Hi, Sensei. So I wanted to say that in my training to be a diamond approach teacher, one of the requirements was that I do a 3-day silent retreat on my own. And if I didn't do that on my own, I had to do a 5-day retreat with other people, because the merged support of sitting with other people, I didn't have to exercise as much of my own will as I would have to sit for a 3-day silent retreat on my own.
Yeah, so another benefit of the group.
Yeah.
And not to discourage people from sitting on their own. Please feel free. If you have the willpower to do that, please do that. It's wonderful. And maybe I should just add the thing I started out saying 2 months ago when we started these classes. Do you remember? It was like, please notice when you're sitting alone in the morning, you are not alone. Please notice that we are together. Just because you can't see my body doesn't mean that we're not together. I think that's a really important lesson. I would never pass up the opportunity of seeing each other and being with each other in this way. But also, please notice that you're not alone. Okay? See you next time.
Arigato gozaimasu.
Arigato gozaimasu. Thank you.